Edge shines with AEW.
Brie Bella confirms she's not done with wrestling.
Surprises tease for Dynamite's 4th anniversary special.
Is Shibata signing with AEW?
Multiple AEW talents pushing to sign Shelton Benjamin.
Impact Wrestling holding gut check tryouts here in the UK.
Check your guts, kids. Demetrious Johnson headed for a match in AEW.
Jade Cargill headed for a match in Raw.
What? Anthony, when's all this coming up?
All coming up right freaking now.
Yes, it is. Only 8 pieces of news to talk about this week, but we've got a doozy.
I know. I mean, hold on to the edge of your seat, Carl. People thought they knew him.
Consider me edged.
I hope we can cope.
Land.
Anyway.
Adam. I don't know what else we can say. But I will eat me hat if I had one, because I never thought we would see that on this day. I didn't see clearly. Because he's there. I didn't think
it's all come to light now.
It has. It's all come to light. Money. Fuck ton.
Money.
But how awesome. Firstly, for Edge, because, you know, he's been quite vocal about the fact that he wants to get in the ring with people he's never been in the ring with before, as well as some people he hasn't been in the ring with for a very long time. Well, you're thinking of something crazy.
No, I was just... I've got stuff to say. It's cool.
I've got stuff to say.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like Tony's timed this just to be a fucking bastard.
Really?
In some way. Yeah, like, you know what, he's just let people fucking, the certain toxic fan base go, AEW's dead now, you know, CM Punk's been sacked, and Jade Cargill's jumping ship, she was one of their biggest stars, AEW's dead, and he's just there with his fucking trump card, just waiting, just fucking waiting. Like,
what, you signed Donald Trump?
And keep talking your shit.
What?
And then Wrestle Dream comes when people are just like, it's another like New Japan thing, and then he's like, BAM!
Yeah.
No one saw it coming.
Yeah.
Except everyone who saw it coming. They all saw it coming.
Well, to be fair, they all did. But Kurt Angle didn't. That guy up there, friend of the show.
Oh, yeah.
I think you were looking completely the wrong way, but it's cool.
Look, I can't really see it, so
Edge.
I have to pretend. Hang on.
That's better.
There you go.
But yeah, so Kurt was like, he's a lifer. I thought he was a lifer, and damn it, I'll eat my hat. But great news for Edge. As he said, he's never been in the ring with the likes of Sting before. He's obviously got a shitload of history with Christian Cage. Like, it's going to be so cool to see them two back together again. But then for AEW, like, what a fucking coup. As you said, like...
Have you seen I think it was a fan comment, but it tickled me when they were saying about, like, Edge, like, he was from a single parent home. It was just him and his mum, so he spent a lot of time in Christians. They were like brothers. Said it's almost where Christian started this whole life as a surrogate father. It's like, I really hope they go there. That would be so fucking funny.
God, he's not what I mean. You can just see it all, can't you? But what a coup for AEW. As you said, they lost Punk, they lost Jade. People are already saying they're in the mud, and then bam.
This is, and it's absolutely no disrespect to Cody, or no disrespect to Punk, and no disrespect to Daddy Ass, right? This is legitimately the biggest WWE signing they've had. Yeah. This is the biggest WWE guy they've had. People were like, Daniel Bryan, when they, it's funny because they're trying to do it now with Edge, but you can't deny Edge, you know? Like, when they signed Daniel Bryan, it was like, but, you know, he wasn't like that big a deal. Even though he was at one point, you know? Yeah. And when they signed Punk, it was like, Punk's bitter and this, that, and the next thing. But, like, I know you can see the internet trying to do it now, but you can't deny it. The Edge is probably the biggest fucking star they've had.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, Hall of Famer, the career he's had, you know, multi-time champion of, like, several-time world champion, Intercontinental Tag Team.
It's just it's ironic that it's still, like, really massively in my memory, him returning at the Rumble and how electric that was. And now it's like, people are like, he's not that great. It's like, have you forgot the Rumble?
Fickle fans. I was saying to you before, have you seen all the people burning his action figures and saying he should be removed from the Hall of Fame? Like, what the fuck?
It's just tribalism is on a whole. I love it. Like, he's suddenly an old man with a bad neck as well. Have you noticed a lot of people are saying that? Yeah. It's like, he wasn't when he was when he was the leader of Judgment Day and stuff. Yeah. Like, you know, and he had an absolutely boss match to finish WWE. You know, and he's. I think his statement that he put out there was fantastic. Like, fully explained that it's nothing to do with the company. He loves the company. He's got a lot of time for the company. They did a lot for him, but it's about other opportunities. He didn't really want to do what they were offering, you know. No. And that it is what it is. You know, they've got plans and he's got plans.
Yeah,
but
there's people already as well. Sorry to interrupt you. Already shitting over it because it's been announced his first match is going to be against Luchasaurus. on the following Dynamite, so not tomorrow. Everyone's like, oh, he's gone all the way to AEW to wrestle Luchasaurus, and it's like, fuck, you can't win. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake.
It's like, yeah, to elevate guys. You know, because he even mentioned in his his post media scrum, there's people that he'd like to go up against, but then there's people like Nick Wayne and stuff like that, where it's like, of course he's going to wrestle some of the new guys and maybe give them a bit of a push. You know, isn't that what it's about?
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
But yeah, I mean, come on, the fan base are just fucking nuts. To me, I never thought we'd see it, in all honesty, but now we have. This is exactly what should have happened, because what WWE couldn't do for him right now was have him pair back up with Christian.
Yeah.
And possibly go back up against the Hardys. And, you know, we're basically doing a nostalgic tour now. You know, and as you rightly said before we went on air, I think, let's get the Dudleys in.
Fucking yeah, TLC.
Why not?
TLC 2024. Fucking make it happen. Things you'd never expect to see. But so he signed with them. Tony said he's a fully active wrestler. So
already on the roster page, baby.
Already on the roster page. He's not just going to show up once or twice and that kind of thing. He's going to be on Dynamite. He's on Collision. He's already got a match set for the following Dynamite. So he's there. He's going to be active. He's going to be involved and stuff. So based on what we saw, he's having a match with Luchasaurus. You imagine he's getting into something with Christian, which makes sense. Potentially going for a TNT title win, and then that, you know, the open challenge stuff comes back again, and that's how he can quite naturally start to challenge all these people he's never.
He can maybe make that belt spin, because you know.
Well, yeah. But no, it's fucking awesome. It looks like they got big plans in place for him. It looks like there's so many directions you can go, which I think is cool. Like, naturally, to get him involved with Christian straight away makes perfect sense. I think you said as well, might have been off the air, like, they've got this kind of thing of he's come back, he's not sided with him, but we can have him side with him as well. So all that's to come down the line.
That's the thing. We've got like loads of stories to tell here, because you want to see them feud, but you want to see Edge and Christian back together as well.
Yeah,
surely.
Is there anyone like, not like your dream match, but now that he's in AEW, is there anyone that jumps out as like, oh shit, I want to see him fight this guy?
I kind of want to see him have a match with Sting, because he seems to have a lot of respect for the man, and he rightly pointed out, and you feel like the length of both of their careers, it just doesn't make sense that they've actually not been in the ring together.
No.
So I know that's a way off, because he's obviously not against him, but like, I don't know, some people, again, the typical wrestling fandom will probably be like, they're both old men and all this, but I kind of want that match.
Yeah, me too. I want to see MJF. Obviously,
hell yeah.
The pictures are already circulating. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we got the whole same thing that happened with Punk. It's mad at the minute though, because MJF is such a baby face, which we never thought we would ever be saying, to be honest. But
I know
he's still, you know, everyone's.
He's like, he's a baby face, but he's not. It's like that Bret Hart thing was just so fucking funny.
Like, he's everyone's scumbag now. I mean, he's still a scumbag, but he's our scumbag. So yeah, I can't wait to see something with them too as well. But there's as he said, there's so many opportunities, the things we've never seen before, and I just think from a promo standpoint, he's so fucking good. Edge, he's insanely good.
They're forgetting like all the "You suck" chant came from Edge.
Yeah,
no, did it?
Yeah, he was involved with that.
Like,
you should say, you suck. Yeah. I was like, oh.
But like his feud with Kurt Angle's memorable as fuck. I mean, it was hair versus hair. Yeah. He's the reason Kurt Angle's bald, and you know, genetics as well.
He's the reason. Just every night while Kurt's asleep, Edge just creeps into his house like, yeah,
the midnight barber.
It's literally, there's nothing wrong with him. He could grow a full head of hair if you want. But yeah, what a fucking awesome signing. Exciting stuff. They've got so many eyeballs on it. People are always saying, "Oh, AEW can't even break 1 million views on YouTube." I think got like 3.5 million views or something in a couple of days.
Oh, they broke it.
So you know, it's getting eyeballs on the product. People are excited. What I haven't seen, I don't know if you have. Like, typically, there's people that are really happy for someone on Twitter or something, and you know what I mean. Like when someone goes over there and they're like, "Yeah," and the WWE guys are watching it and saying, "Well done" and all that. I've not seen that many plaudits celebrating and going over there. I wonder if that is because they do think it's a big loss. Don't know.
Maybe. But, I mean, you wonder sometimes, though, and I don't want to start this whole tinfoil hat thing, but, like, WWE can be quite locked down on the socials, can't they? Be like, don't do this, don't do that. So they may have told them not to support them.
Maybe.
Like, you can't publicly support them kind of thing. I don't know. That's just a theory, but we've seen them do shit like that before, so.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Hell of a breaking news story, you know. Up 3 days old now, but hell of a breaking news story. Biggest story of the week.
Well, I mean, we couldn't like talk now without mentioning Edge being back. That would just be weird.
Exactly. But yeah, the next couple of weeks in terms of his plans looks set anyways. Luchasaurus, he's going to address what happens this tomorrow, and he's got that match with Luchasaurus. So there's definitely stuff around there with but Darby as well. He's It might not be cleared. Looks like he fucked his arm up in that match. So
apparently, he's still going to climb Mount Everest. So.
Oh yeah, with one arm because he's psycho. But we'll see how it all unfolds.
Indeed. Speaking of seeing how it all unfolds, Carl. I don't know where I'm going with that one, but Brie Bella has confirmed on, I want to say her Instagram stories, may have been a social post, but she's confirmed that she will return to the wrestling ring. But she wants their son to be a little bit older before she does. So there's no concrete sort of information on this. And it is a very quick news point, to be honest. But what do you make of the fact that Brie Bella, we could have Brie mode again?
Well,
how do you feel about this?
I think Brian had said something along the lines of, like, when she wants it to happen, it'll happen.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
Did you see who was it who fucked up in the post-media scrum?
MJF.
Was it MJF? No, he said Edge. But someone called him Daniel Bryan.
Oh, right, my
bad. I can't think who it was.
I thought you were thinking about this.
Oh, it was Kenny Omega. He was like, when Daniel Bryan. Big shock. But yeah, Danielson basically said, like, when she wants to, then we'll see it happen. So in other words, he's got enough pull to go, Tony.
So,
sign my wife, pay a lot of money. So yeah, she's going there, I think. But as for when, who knows? What does that mean for...
Do you think she's... Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is she going to drag the other Bella along?
Maybe. But it'd be interesting, though, to be fair.
Well, it will.
Yeah.
Well, so, yeah, nice quick one, but you never know. The women's division might be getting bigger too.
You never know. Right, this is a weird one. I blame Anthony for this. So
yeah, look, I don't know. I don't think Matt or Nick Jackson know.
I don't think anyone really knows, but there's some post somewhere on some site, someone who interviewed Matt Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you read through the quotes, which is all over the fucking place,
it's kind of hard to read.
He kind of mentioned something around Denver, which I'm assuming where Dynamite is taking place tomorrow. Should be excited because there's going to be some kind of surprise.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think the bit that you kind of gravitate to is the fact that he referenced the sort of surprise of Edge and WrestleDream, and then mentions that essentially sort of hints at there's being more surprises at Dynamite. So it's like, are we talking like good surprises, Matt, or is this like you guys having a slightly different theme? Or
well, they've earned the tag title opportunity, haven't they? So hopefully that doesn't mean the surprises. We're calling our shot and winning, because yay. So that's an option, I suppose. But yeah, just a weird one. Obviously, it is the 4th anniversary of Dynamite, so you'd expect it to be fucking pretty.
I want some shit going on.
So it feels weird, isn't it? Because like the Edge thing was awesome, definitely was awesome. But like they'll never top it. I don't think. If they do, it'd be phenomenal. They'll never top the way that they had Adam Cole come out of nowhere. And then Danielson come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was a good night.
That was like a good night. Surprise on top of surprise. So
yeah, they really got us with that one.
The problem is that they did that for such a long time, built it up, people started expecting it all the time. So we've had to have a lot of like shows without that for a while. Yeah. But now obviously Edge is back and straight away people are like, there's going to be surprises and everyone's like, more people. And it's like already like people like basically getting let go and stuff because the roster's just too big now. So it's like,
Well, I mean, that's the thing. We don't really need tons more people. I don't even know who you'd sign that. It'd be like a big deal anyway, Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll come on to who people want to sign in a minute, won't we? But
all right then.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty to sign at the moment.
Speaking of people,
so here's just a little quick one, Carl. Shibata. I'm not going to fuck up his first name. Obviously, on the back of WrestleDream and his great match with Kofi Kingston's cousin. But yeah, on the back of his stellar match in WrestleDream, or at WrestleDream, should I say? He has been
WrestleDream.
In State of Mind. He sort of alluded to the fact that he is ready to sort of commit to AEW. It's not just a casual on again, off again thing with them anymore.
Sounds serious.
I know, right? So it seems like we may be getting a new signing with AEW soon. Maybe, possibly, could be. Question marks. So another quick one for you, Carl. Another quick one.
Indeed. Probably another quick one as well. Just checking.
We can't top the Edge one, so we're just going to fly through this.
Well, exactly. It was a slow news week, except for the fucking massive news that Edge.
Yeah, except for the big news, yeah.
Except for that one. But according to Fightful Select, courtesy of Cultaholic, where I'm reading this at the moment seamlessly, where you can definitely not tell I'm reading stuff right now.
You're reading stuff?
There's a report from them that says Shelton Benjamin has had numerous talent hoping that he'll join the company in some capacity. AEW are reportedly looking to add more producers to their team, so Benjamin could be a potential target for that side of things, given his age and experience in the business. Now, I like Shelton a lot, and I'm kind of like, is he really at that age now where he's only going to be brought in as a producer? Like, I don't know how old he is, but I kind of feel like he's still got a bit of length, a bit of a run. Freudian slip. Ain't no stopping him.
So this is the news. Shelton's got a bit of length.
The gold standard is what I've heard. But yeah. So big cock Shelton is. I want to see that stuff in front of the camera, not behind it. You know what I'm saying? But they've obviously got Johnny TV. What the fuck's he called now? Johnny Dynamite.
Wasn't he? Where is he now?
He's wherever the fuck he is with QTV.
He was Johnny Elite briefly, wasn't he?
Yeah, maybe Johnny Elite still. But I kind of want to see that again, like the old school Intercontinental battles from back in the day. But
back in the day,
yeah. So people want Shelton there because of his massive cock, is what we can gather from this new story. So hopefully it happens.
Yeah. A lot of people rooting for him, apparently.
Oh, someone's going to get a gut check. This is just ridiculous.
So, Carl, Impact Wrestling, for those who are on this side of the pond, Carl, over in the UK, are holding the Gut Check tryouts, which is something that they started back in 2012. It's a bit of a competition, let's say, for discovering some up-and-coming talent, independent talent. And they'll be holding them on Wednesday, October the 25th in Glasgow, and Glasgow, Scotland, for those who weren't sure.
Glasgow.
And then on Sunday, October 29th in Coventry, England, in case, again, you weren't sure where that was. So, there are going to be 3 judges for the event, Carl. It's going to be Impact Wrestling President Scott D'Amore.
Oh.
Along with Gail Kim and Joe Hendry.
Okay.
So, I don't know sort of how you go about signing up, but if you go onto Impact's website, you can check out the Gut Check events. If you're an up-and-coming UK wrestler, maybe you can join it. I don't know. I'm not a wrestler, so I don't know. But good stuff. Fun stuff.
Indeed. My Alexa device is currently
Is that what that was?
screaming at me.
I was a bit scared.
It's lovely. So takes us on to the penultimate one, I believe, is Demetrious Johnson.
It is
Demetrious,
penultimate,
yeah. Demetrious Johnson is potentially going to be going to AEW for some kind of match. Obviously, he was in the audience at Wrestle Dream, so people are like, "Ooh,
I can go to AEW and be in the audience."
You can.
God.
But then he's going to tweet it saying, "Oh, maybe next time you'll see me in the ring," and it's like, "Oh,
yeah, but Ryback does that.
Ryback
Ryback does that all the time.
You want your Ryback? You crying little baby."
I'm just saying, like you can tweet things as well. Ryback does it constantly, so
indeed.
What does it really mean, Carl?
Well, yeah, but Demetrious Johnson kind of alluding to it, but essentially, I think it's just all a bit of banter because Demetrious and Kenny Omega are having a Street Fighter tournament today. Okay. So, yeah, that's kind of where that's coming from.
Very grown up.
So, exactly. So, maybe we'll see it. I don't think we will, but he's a phenomenal athlete. He's been a UFC champ. He's the current flyweight champ.
I mean, is he as phenomenal as AJ Styles?
Well, that's the question. AJ will have to come and follow Edge over and find out for sure, won't he?
Indeed. So, Carl, Jade Cargill, a very interesting one. Well, not really. Like, I didn't mean it like a very interesting one in terms of how WWE are going to use it, should I say? Because obviously we now know that she's signed with WWE, and there's been a lot of illusion to what she's going to do. But quite recently, she's hashtagged Raw in a post about who she's going to go up against next. But then it seemed fairly gone conclusion that she was going to be on SmackDown. And then a lot of people are saying she should start in the NXT system. I think we were talking about that last week, that she should start in the NXT system.
Yeah.
So, what's Jade Cargill doing?
Who the fuck knows?
That is the question, Carl.
It's an interesting one, this, isn't it? Because is she just hashtagging Raw because Raw was on last night and it's like to get people to see the post? Or is she just kind of like, well, I'll be on Raw eventually, so which of these people do you want me to fight? And it's like, should you be saying that? So
see, this is the things that and it's only a minor thing, really, but I understand she's got to talk big. That's character way, right? But she's going to be like, the tweet was like, who should be my next victim or something along that line, right? So you go, well, people are naturally going to go, oh, it should be this person, it should be that person. It's like, well, ultimately, the decision isn't ours. And they're going to pick somebody and you're probably going to disappoint a few people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, she isn't going to come straight, I don't think, anyway. And I could be wrong, but you're always going to have the wrestle fandom all over the place anyway. But to me, she should come in and she should squash a few younger talents who we don't really know, rather than coming straight up against Bianca Belair or Rhea Ripley or Nia Jax or someone like that.
Yeah.
But people are going to be wanting that. And then WWE are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here, because did they give them that? And then people go, well, she's a bit green in the ring and she shouldn't be in the ring with these guys. And or you know, you go the other direction and you don't give it them, and you go, oh yeah, they're just wasting a talent they signed, and you go, well, what do you want them to do?
Yeah.
So I honestly, I've been concerned about this, Carl. Not like concerned in any real way.
You up all night.
I couldn't sleep, but I think it's a difficult one to execute. Now, personally, I think she should just establish herself as a character before going up against any of the big hitters, because once you've sort of done that, like, I know you can. I'm not saying like, well, you've once you've wrestled that person, you'll never wrestle that person again. You know, it's done, it's over. But you know, you can't just. We've seen it where it's like repeated rematches. You know, and it doesn't work. So you can't. Like, I don't want them to put her up against Rhea Ripley now. I want them to build her first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the point you made around basically people are going to get pissed off regardless of what they do.
Yeah.
There's a pocket of people who want her to be in NXT because they don't feel like she's got, you know, enough in-ring ability yet or whatever. Other people are like desperate for it to go straight to the main roster. Like, people wanted to go to NXT, dethrone Becky on a first match and go on a massive streak. That's one outcome. People wanted to go straight to Raw and get rid of Nia Jax and make a statement that way. You know, people wanted to go to SmackDown, face off against Bianca and Charlotte. They could do all them things. In terms of what the right one is, I don't really know. The thing a lot of people are discrediting her for, they're going, she's so green. It's like, she might not be the best. She's not green. She's worked on on live TV for over a year. I've
made this argument before, so apologies, but I'm going to make it again. She's about as talented in the ring as Hogan ever was.
Well, there you go.
Like, it's not all about in-ring technical skill.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. All on my words today. She'd probably never be a technician in the ring, but she's got the charisma.
Yeah, people are making out like her entire run was just like 3-minute squash matches, if that. And it wasn't.
No,
she actually had some bangers in there, to be fair to her. So she can go in the ring. And I think if they are going to bring her in with all this kind of attention around her and stuff, it's not the worst idea to have her come in and be super dominant and just, whether it's the main roster or NXT, and just blitz through a load of people. And then work her way up to fighting the likes of a Becky Lynch or a Charlotte or a Bianca. Do you know what I mean? But there's nothing to say she can't come in, win a belt, and be, you know, defeating some of the lower ranked people every week.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well,
it's a tough one.
I mean, it's difficult because, like, LA Knight he was a slow burn, but I would say LA Knight's probably, like, no, that's not, I shouldn't make that statement. I was going to say LA Knight's probably more over than Cody at this point. That might be a very disagreeable statement, but, like, he was around, he was doing the Max Dupree stuff for a while, he was finding himself, he wasn't, like, throwing at you, but he's obviously someone who's come from another company and has got a ton of charisma in a similar stance. That's why I use the comparison.
I'll make another problem. I'll save you from making that statement by probably making a worse one. He's not that good of a wrestler either.
Exactly.
It hasn't halted him. So there you go.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the reason I mentioned the Cody side is because they did throw you straight to Cody and go, look, he's in the main picture, and then they had to kind of backpedal on that, which is awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
I hope we get back there with him. I really do. But the like the weird sort of floundering we've done ever since
all part of the plan.
All part of the story. The never-ending fucking story.
Yes. So yeah, that was another fun-filled week of the Ringside Report. Let us know your thoughts on Edge joining AEW, on where Jade should end up when she makes her appearance in WWE for the first time, and about all the other stuff as well, because why not? Let us know all your thoughts. If you listen to this, drop it a like, download it, whatever you do on all the podcast places. Watching this on YouTube, again, drop it a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe. Go fuck yourself. But yeah, another fun-filled show, and we will catch you on the next one.